Yeah. What's cracking, everybody? It's your EsseHomie. I'm back at it again with another reaction. This one right here is called Trap. My bad, I forgot to check that off. It's a Trapalot, a San Antonio rapper. I guess he's living a double life, man. A rapper. I guess he's an Edgar and a coyote. He's a coyote, illegal immigrant mover. The U-Haul immigrants, bro. This is called coyotes. That's what we gonna do today, man. So before we get started, y'all already know, grab your cigarettes, your blunt, your drink, your food, whatever you'd like to do when you're watching these videos, man. And just come and chill with your boy and let's watch this shit together. Yeah, here's my intro. Post up, hit the subscribe button for your boy, and let's get to it, man. Peace.
Get your ass
So, we know what coyotes are, bro, or Mexican zoo. I never seen or heard of a youngster, a teenager from the States that do it. The only people that I ever heard do it was like older gentlemen, like in the mid-20s, mid-30s. Those are the ones that are mostly known to do the illegal U-Haul movers. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't never heard of a youngster, dog. And then somebody that does rap too. Boy, I gotta listen to this shit. It looks like a little anime video, bro. So let's see what we get into, man. Don't forget, hope y'all hit the subscribe button for your boy. Let's get into it.
There's a rapper out of San Antonio named Trapalot, and his story.
Oh yeah, hey, San Antonio got some dope ass rappers out, man. If you guys watch this video, go search up San Antonio rapper. You guys will find a list of them. There's a lot of them that are dope as hell, bro. I will say names, but there's too many of them. I don't want to name them and forget a name and whoop whoop. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
San Antonio popping right now. Before the music videos, before the fame,
they both got the Popeye
millions of dollars doing something most people wouldn't even believe. While his name was blowing up online, behind the scenes, he was living a dangerous double life, using his rap career as a front for an operation that crossed lines most wouldn't dare to cross. Nobody knew what was really going on, not his fans, not the streets, not even the people closest to him. But the truth would eventually come out.
Yo, that's a big ass secret to keep from people, man.
Changed everything. This is the untold story of Trapalot, the San Antonio rapper who turned his come up into $1 million empire and paid the ultimate price for it.
I ain't never heard of Trapalot, the rapper Trapalot. So after this video, I'm gonna have to go look at listen to his music, see what's up, man.
Trapalot grew up on the east side of San Antonio, on a block known as Lincolnshire 500, a place where struggle wasn't a phase, it was a lifestyle. His mom worked long hours just to keep food on the table, and his father was locked up in federal prison.
Same old shit with every family home, bro. Mom does all the work, but the dad
grandmother
doing
most of the time.
Good time in
they
prison.
spend their days hanging with the older neighborhood kids who are already smoking weed, fighting, and flirting with trouble. It didn't take long before Trapalot got pulled into it. By the time he was 10, he'd already caught his first high. Didn't days hanging with the older neighborhood kids who are already smoking weed, fighting, and flirting with trouble. It didn't take long before Trapalot got pulled into it. By the time he was 10, he'd already caught his first high, coming home smelling like smoke while his mom tried to hold it together. She knew she had to pull her sons out of that life, so she did what any mother would do. She turned to hope. She signed them up for soccer, hoping it would keep them busy and off the block. For a while, she turned to hope. She signed them up for soccer, hoping it would.
Did he say she did what most parents would do when she turned to a hoe? Is that what he said? I know that's not what he said, but am I just hearing? My hearing is fucked up.
Would keep them out of that. Already caught his first high, coming home smelling like smoke while his mom tried to hold it together. She knew she had to pull her sons out of that life, so she did what any mother would do. She turned to hope. She signed them up for soccer, hoping it would keep them busy and off the block. For a while, it worked. Trapalot started to focus on the field, chasing goals instead of problems. But the pull of the streets was stronger than any sport. Before long, he found himself slipping back into his old habits.
That's a
At
fucked
just
up way
11
to
years
say it,
old,
dog.
he was arrested for stealing bikes, throwing rocks at houses. His first real. The pull of the streets was stronger than any sport. Before long, he found himself slipping back into his old habits. At just 11 years old, he was arrested for stealing bikes and throwing rocks at houses. His first real run-in with the law. The cops let him off with a warning, dropping him at home. But instead of learning a lesson, it only fueled his curiosity. By middle school, things had escalated. He was constantly suspended and eventually expelled after bringing an ounce of weed to school. Weed he'd bought with money stolen from his mom's tip jar. Around that same time, his mom met a new man, a business owner who took them out of the hood and into the suburbs. For the first time, they had stability, a house, money, and even private school. But you can't erase the past that easy. With Trapalot reunited with his old friends, a cycle started all over again. By 12...
Oh, that is facts, man. That is the coolest shit ever, man. your life could change, but you still have the urge to go back to your old ways, your old friends, and just thinking that it's all gravy, man. So yeah, man, shit's wild.
He was caught with 2 stolen guns and sent to juvenile detention. That's where his world truly changed. Behind those walls, he met others just like him, kids hardened by loss and chaos. And together, they formed a bond that would later become a group known as EGB, short for Eat Greedy Boys. After losing one of their closest friends, the crew's loyalty deepened, but so did the violence. Shootouts, robberies, and late-night missions became part of daily life. Their childhood was over. Surrounded by loss, violence, and betrayal, Trapalot was forced to grow up fast, adapting to a world that only knew 2 outcomes: get money or get buried. Surrounded by the chaos of street life, Trapalot began to find a new kind of inspiration: music. The streets had shaped his mindset, but artists like Lil Mouse, a young Chicago rapper who blew up at a young age, showed him there was another way to tell his story. Trapalot saw himself in that, a kid from the struggle, trying to make something out of nothing. By 2020, he was still knee-deep in the game, hustling, selling weed, and robbing just to survive. But the idea of making music kept pulling at him. One night, out of boredom and curiosity, he and a few friends decided to record a track at a buddy's house using a cheap home setup. It wasn't planned or polished, but when they played it back, everyone in the room knew it had something special. The energy, the rawness, it was real. On the spot, they decided to shoot a music video that same day. They uploaded it online, not expecting much, but within days, the numbers started climbing. Thousands of views turned into tens of thousands, and just like that, Trapalot had people talking. The buzz was real. His DMs started filling up, new followers rolled in, and his name began spreading past San Antonio. Friends and fans pushed him to keep going, to take music seriously. Then came his breakout hit, SRT. The track exploded overnight, pulling in massive views and giving him real recognition in the underground scene. For the first time, Trapalot wasn't just a street kid. He was an artist with a story. His life was changing fast. His name was buzzing, and fame was finally within reach. But just as things were starting to take off, he began to pull back. The streets weren't done with him yet. By the time Trapalot's music started blowing up, he was living a double life. On one side, he was a rising star from San Antonio, his name buzzing, his songs pulling in views, fans starting to take notice. But behind the fame, he was still knee-deep in the streets, chasing money the fast way. Selling weed and hitting licks wasn't cutting it anymore. He wanted real money. And in South Texas, there was one underground business that could provide exactly that. The business of moving illegal immigrants was booming. All along the border, people were paying anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 per person to be smuggled into the U.S. Cartels controlled the routes, and drivers, often young men from small towns or the city, were paid to pick up migrants from stash houses near the border and transport them to nearby cities like San Antonio, Austin, or Houston. It was quick, dangerous, and extremely profitable. That's when one of Trapalot's friends introduced him to the game. At first, it sounded unreal. A short drive, a fat stack of cash, no drugs, no weapons, just people. But once he realized how much money could be made, he dove in head first. Trapalot made contact with the cartel connection, and suddenly, he was no longer playing small.
Man, I don't care, bro. That's some shit you should never get into, man. Once you get into shit like that, bro, with those people, bro, it's hard to get out, man. It's hard to get out. The only way you can get out, prison, or, you're making memes, the final memes. You know what I'm saying?
Started organizing the trips, coordinating drivers, and taking a bigger cut. The cash started pouring in, thousands turning into tens of thousands, then hundreds. But even that wasn't enough. Trapalot knew driving personally was risky. One checkpoint, one wrong move, and it was over. So he came up with something no one had done before. He used his rap career as the perfect front. As his music buzz grew, so did his following online. Trapalot began advertising the smuggling runs right on his Instagram story, disguised as easy money opportunities. He'd post offers like $5,000 for a quick hour-and-a-half drive, gas paid. To his fans, it looked like a harmless hustle. To him, it was genius. Within months, people were lining up to drive. Everyone wanted in. Young fans, broke kids, people chasing the come up. They didn't care what
that's smart, my boy. Hey, that's smart. That shit is smart, dog. A youngster came up with that idea? Hey, this dude has brains, man, for real. Shit. He gets paid the top dollars, and then he pays a percentage to the driver, so he doesn't even have to dirty his hands anymore. That shit's smart, dog.
From moving. They just wanted the payout. And for Trapalot, it meant one thing: expansion. Before long, he had built a quiet empire, trucks and drivers running daily, thousands turning into millions. While the music gave him fame, the smuggling gave him fortune. His name was everywhere, online, in the streets, and now whispered among law enforcement. Trapalot was getting rich, but he was also getting reckless. His songs were still going viral, but he wasn't dropping music anymore. Studio sessions were replaced with logistics meetings, and beats were replaced with business calls. For Trapalot, rap was no longer the dream, it was the disguise.
It's always a downfall, huh?
At this point,
it won't last
Trapalot
forever.
was on top of the world. Money, status, fame, everything he'd once dreamed about. But the higher he climbed, the harder the fall that was waiting. As time passed, the money started slowing down. What was once a gold rush had turned into a crowded hustle. More people were getting into the smuggling game, flooding the business and driving prices down. The easy money that once came in fast was now trickling in slow. To keep up his lifestyle, Trapalot started pushing harder. He took on more routes, ran more trips, and began experimenting with new ways to move people across the border. He and his crew found hidden paths through private ranches, dirt trails, and off-road shortcuts. Anything to stay off the main highways that were crawling with border patrol. For a while, it worked. The money started flowing again, but so did the risk. Trapalot had always followed one rule: never drive the loads yourself. But as profits shrank and paranoia grew, he broke his own code. The hunger for fast money made him careless. One night, desperate to pull off a big score, he decided to do the run himself. It started like any other job. He picked up a small group of immigrants and took a back route through a rural Texas ranch, headlights bouncing off the dirt road. Everything felt routine, quiet, too quiet. Then, as he neared the other side of the property, flashing lights lit up the darkness. Border Patrol was already there, waiting. It was a setup from the start. In seconds, everything he built came crashing down. The money, the empire, the illusion of control, gone. Trapalot was arrested on federal smuggling charges. His operation dismantled overnight. The fame, the music, the millions, all of it.
See that shit, man? You think you have it all, but that greed gets you, man. You work so hard to build something, and within seconds, all that shit is gone. It's not even worth it, man. I know sometimes we struggle in life, and we're bumming it, but it's better than doing illegal shit, man. Cause you could be bumming it. Eventually, you hustle the right way, the legit way, and you work your way up, and you're stable. But when you get that fast money, the easy money, it's not always gonna last. Just like selling drugs, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's good for the time being. But you ain't never seen no retired drug dealer unless you see them like when they're 60 years old because they just got out of prison doing like a 25-year bid type shit, man. It ain't worth it, people. It ain't worth it, for real. Just grind, hustle the right way like you're supposed to. The more you grind, the more, success you'll get. Just don't do that shit the wrong way because you might end up somewhere you don't want to be, man.
Disappeared. For the first time, Trapalot had nothing. No crew, no cash, no freedom. Just the weight of every choice that brought him there. After his arrest, Trapalot spent a little over a year behind bars. Time that forced him to slow down and face everything he had been running from. Locked in a cell, away from the streets and the noise, he started to find peace in the one thing that had always kept him grounded: music. Even while incarcerated, he managed to release songs. His voice echoing through prison phones and studio connections on the outside. The world hadn't forgotten about him. If anything, his name carried more weight now than ever. When he finally walked out of those federal gates on probation, Trapalot was hungry for a fresh start. This time, he swore he'd leave the fast life behind and focus on his true gift. He poured himself into music, dropping videos, reconnecting with fans, and trying to rebuild the career he once threw away for quick money. For a while, it looked like he was really changing. But freedom comes with temptation, and old habits die hard. Just as things began to pick up again, Trapalot found himself back in federal custody after violating his probation. The streets had taken him once again, pulling him right back into the cycle he'd promised to escape. Trapalot had it all.
Once you're in the system, you can never get out of it, man. Once your fingerprints run through the database, and you're in the prison system, bro, it's hard to stay out of it, man. Any little stupid shit that you do, it'll send you right back, and it just adds more time, and it keeps adding time and adding time. You come out, probation, parole, whatever, the smallest shit, smallest mess up, you go right back. Your time gets doubled or add a couple more years onto it. It's a never-ending cycle, man. That's how they trap everybody. So just do this shit right, man.
The fame, the money, the respect. But in the end, The same hustle that made him a millionaire was the one that took it all away. From the east side of San Antonio to federal prison, his story shows how fast success can turn into survival. Because when you build an empire on the streets, it's never a question of if it'll fall, it's just when. This was the story of Trapalot, the rapper who turned the hustle into a fortune and paid the ultimate price for it.
Yo, that dude seemed like he was a smart ass kid, man. He made all that shit up, like that little empire of paying people to do the rides instead of himself. That shit is smart. But like I said, man, if you guys ain't never been locked up before, don't try to hurry yourself and try to get locked up, man. You don't want to spend fucking every day for years with other men. You know what I'm saying? Crazy shit happens in jail and in prison, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could get killed over snacks. You could get into fights just because somebody doesn't like the way you're looking. Somebody doesn't like the way, you know what I mean? Like, you're getting money in your books. They don't like that. You know what I mean? They could just do shit to you. You could get jumped. You could get stabbed. All types of shit can happen when you're locked up, man. With the littlest shit, you could lose your life. You could lose life over fucking snacks, bro. Taking showers, seeing ding-dongs, you know what I'm saying, the shower rooms and shit, bro. Shit it ain't fun, man. It ain't fun. You'll miss the outside, man, because the inside is not. You might do all this shit, seem like it's all good and lovely until you get locked up and your whole mind changes, bro. I guarantee you, man, lifers right now are in there telling people like, no, I wish they wish they could be outside, man. They wish they could be free, hugging their family, eating some bomb ass tacos, banging some badass, you know what I'm saying? But instead, they're in there with men, testosterone running high, you know what I'm saying? Same routine over and over. Wake up like at 4:30 in the morning, breakfast, you know what I mean? Just walk around in the pods, doing the same shit over and over. You can't even get a good night's sleep, man, because they always keep that bitch cold with the lights on. They don't even turn the lights off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't worth it, man. You stick to your freedom, man, for real. But yeah, that's the story of Trapalot, bro. I never heard of the dude, but I'm out there into that song, SRT, man. So stay tuned, man. Hit the comments up. Let your ass know what's good. I'm trying to get back into my reactions on this backup channel. And yeah, let's get this shit growing, man. Hit the subscribe button for your boy, and let's get to it, man. Till the next one, your homie that Esse. I'm out. Peace. Don't think about leaving, but like hitting the subscribe button.